I definitely feel Rob Marshall was by far the most ideal director to do this because he is such a visionary. He's so passionate, and he's also a very meticulous perfectionist. And I think that that's something beautiful when a creative who has such vision is able to articulate exactly what they see and what they want for a film. And ultimately, that makes a great director who can give direction in that way and show you and tell you what the vision is supposed to be. Because he has a great eye for talent, because he's talented himself, you know, like Jonah said earlier, they're dancers, they grew up in this creative musical world and know exactly what's great and what's not. And I feel like Rob was able to put together a beautiful cast because of that vision that he's had for so long.
I mean,
I can't imagine anybody else doing it.
I cannot. I can't even fathom it.
Because they both are choreographers. They have the music, the rhythm, the beats inside of them. They are great directors. They know how to treat an actor. Their directions are so spot on. But this movie need a huge choreography for us to be able to move and to dance with each other under the water in every moment. And they knew how to do that like that easy.
And it's all in this like soft, loving little cushion. It's like
Yes.
Rob Marshall and John come in, and it literally is just like everything suddenly is like, oh, it's gonna be fine. This is gonna be lovely. Like, is it a long day of rehearsals? But you're like, but it's so fun. And they have all these incredible people supporting you, and their ideas are so good. And they've prepared and thought everything through, and at the same time are still so completely always open to a new idea. Or what if this happens? And they're like, yes, what if? Let's look at that. It's just possibly the best work environment. I mean, I want the world to work like their set.
Absolutely.
The rehearsal process was unlike anything I'd experienced before. Rob and John, the director and producer, they're dancers originally, and they're choreographers, and they come from the theatre world. And I think he really felt that because we had so much time to rehearse, to workshop the script, to really understand who these characters are. And that was great because on a film of this size, there's a lot of stuff going on around you. It's a huge scale, there's a huge circus when you're filming the scenes. And so that rehearsal process meant that we could really dig into who the people are and really understand their emotional journey, so that when all of that crazy stuff was happening around us, we could rely on that and be grounded by that. And then of course there was all the training aspect as well, which you had probably the most of all, which included horse riding training and scuba diving training and gym training, dog training.
Yeah.
There's
A lot of training.
But it was unique and I think set us up really well for filming.
That it will be translated when we play with each other. And that's the common ground where every rehearsal must stand on, to create a bond between the partners, the people that you work with. And it happened.
I can't even explain how important it was that we got to do all of that rehearsal. And I think because they come from the theater and they're originally performers themselves, and taking that time to know how important that is to get to build it and build it together as a company, and not just all individuals coming in to do what they do. We were coming in to all put our heads together and make this one piece. And I think, I mean, I really felt the difference from that.
They will have a lot of joy. They will experience a lot of love, because there's a lot of love in this movie in many ways, in the singing, in the choreography, in the photography, in the performances, in the lyrics. But I would say they will come out with a good idea of what true love is, meaning if you love someone, you have to let that person become what she or he wants, besides your own desires or wishes, because that's what life is about respecting each other's.
I mean, something that's so relevant now is that when you look at something or someone that you don't know, that you don't have to fear it. You don't have to be afraid of it. You can be curious about it. You can say how wonderful, like, look at how different we are, and learn from it and find all these new wonderful things. I think that is a huge thing that the world needs right now.